Hey, Cal Colbert here, and I'm here with my dad, Dr. Don Colbert. Dad, thanks for being with us
Sure,
today.
it's great being here.
Many of you already know who Dr. Colbert is, but for those who don't know, I'm going to do a short introduction.
Okay, sure, that's all right.
You are a medical doctor. You're a practicing family practice medical doctor who practices integrative and alternative medicine. You have a medical practice in Orlando, Florida, as well as Dallas, Texas. You call this practice a Divine Health and Wellness Center.
Correct.
You are also the author of over 40 national best-selling books, 3 of which are New York Times. The latest was Let Food Be Your Medicine. You've been featured on shows like Dr. Oz, O'Reilly, Hannity. You've had your own syndicated radio program. You also developed a nutritional line called Divine Health. You started this over 10 years ago. You've spent a lot of research and time developing these formulas. And here you have one of the core items that you developed, and you've improved it, updated it, and now it is called Fermented Green Supreme Food. Tell us about Fermented Green Supreme Food.
Well, first of all, this is different from most every other greens that's ever been out there. I've been taking greens for the past 25 years. And back then, when I started back in the early 90s, literally back then, I had problems with bloating and gas and all kinds of issues back then with the greens. So what I've done is I found that most all the greens contain nightshades that were inflammatory for my GI tract and also inflammatory for many of my patients, especially ones with arthritis or autoimmune disease. Now, nightshades are tomatoes and peppers and eggplant, paprika, potatoes. These are the nightshades that are inflammatory for some but not for others. So I removed those from my green foods that I developed. And then what I found is a lot of people still couldn't digest the vegetables and the grasses, so I then fermented them. I fermented the grasses and the veggies with probiotics and with organic molasses over 3 days, and you say it's full of sugar. No, there's only 1 gram of sugar and in it, because the molasses ferment and they form malic acid, which is actually really good for us. And so by doing this, I created not just a superfood, but I now call it a supreme food because it reigns supreme among the greens. Hello, Dr. Colbert here, and we're here in Colorado where we ferment our green supreme food. In fact, this is one of the fermentation vats where we ferment it. But fermentation, the reason it's so powerful, it literally unlocks the nutrition in food. And it does this because you have probiotics and enzymes that pre-digest the food, breaking the nutrition down, making it more bioavailable so that we can utilize the nutrition much better, and it's very easily digested and absorbed. You see, you're not what you eat. You are what you digest and absorb. And that's the power of fermentation. It enables you to digest and absorb the nutrition. It also supports the digestive tract, as well as it helps to enhance the immune system. Now let me explain the fermentation process. We fill the tank about half full of water. We add the prebiotic, which is organic molasses. Then we add the organic vegetables and grasses to it. And then we add the probiotics, which are the most important. The Lactobacillus plantarum and the Saccharomyces boulardii, as well as other lactobacilli. And we let that ferment for about 3 days, 72 hours. After that, we have fermented the grasses. We pre-digested the grasses and the vegetables, making them more bioavailable. In fact, they're doing this process right now. I'm going to take you over to see the fermentation vat where they're producing the fermented green supreme food. So follow me. This is the fermentation vat. And they're actually fermenting all our grasses and all organic grasses and vegetables and stirring it. And it's mixing with all the probiotics and prebiotics, and it's breaking the cell walls down, unlocking the nutrition, and creating the most powerful fermented living organic food, green supreme food. Remember, fermented is just better.
Okay, so in here I see you've got 10 organic vegetables. You have a fiber blend, so there is fiber in here.
Yes, there are fiber.
So diabetics can take this, and this
Yes.
Okay.
There's only 1 gram of sugar, and these are natural sugars. It's not sucrose that's in there. These are natural sugars that's in the veggies. It also contains the probiotics in it. Now, so many people are low in probiotics. They have GI tract issues, and it's organic. It's gluten-free, soy-free. It doesn't have any dairy in it, and so it's very easily tolerated, and it contains enzymes to help you in your digestion also.
I see that on the front here. It says dairy-free, non-GMO, so it's no genetically modified ingredients. It's gluten-free.
That's right. That's really important. Gluten was a major issue for me when I had psoriasis years ago. And I had finally realized that gluten as well as nightshades were major thorns that fueled the disease. I removed these and I repaired the GI tract and planted good bacteria. And the Green Supreme Food is one of the main things I developed out of this disease that I had that helped my body restore and renew itself.
Now, I know that you have a flavor formula in here. It's an apple cinnamon organic flavor formula, so it actually tastes very good. So kids love the taste. I have 3 young boys. I give them a scoop every morning. They absolutely love it. And so each scoop is equivalent to 6 servings?
6 servings of veggies, absolutely.
So how many servings of vegetables should we consume a day?
5 to 12 servings of fruits and veggies. So again, that's combining. Now you're getting equivalents of 6 servings of vegetables. And again, you're not getting sugar, which is great. A lot of people consume too much fruit, which is real high in fructose, and a little fruit is good. Too much fruit can actually cause problems too.
Now, should we include 1 scoop every morning, afternoon, or night?
I prefer it in the morning because, again, it gives me energy. It gives me tremendous energy. When I walk in the morning, my nurses have ready for me a scoop of my Green Supreme Food. And I combine it with my Reds too, but that gives me tremendous energy throughout the day.
Okay, and you're referring to the Red Supreme Food, so you will combine this along.
I combine it, but again, the greens are extremely important, especially for the 21-day detox.
Okay, now you also have an enzyme blend in here.
Correct.
What's the purpose of the enzyme blend?
Well, again, so many people are, as we get older, especially people over 50, we make less and less enzymes, so we don't digest our food as well. That's why I included an enzyme blend, because what happens, these enzymes enable you to digest your other food well.
Okay, and so this is good for athletes, adults, kids?
It's good for anybody, anyone, especially people over 50, because people, when they get over 50, their digestive tract, literally, their pancreas doesn't work as well, their digestive tract becomes sluggish, and it helps the liver, it helps the body in detoxification, it helps the brain, it helps to restore the GI tract, and so many people simply do not get the recommended amounts of veggies that they need. Vegetables are critical for a long, healthy life.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Dad, for coming in. Appreciate it. Get your greens.